Hello and welcome to DriveSpark. This is Bharadwaj and I am continuing my Auto Expo coverage today, and I have stumbled upon a very interesting stall. Now this is called the Cake. Certainly the motorcycles or the two-wheelers that they have showcased here is not a piece of cake. So what you see here is the Works series of the Cake motorcycle. Now this is a Swedish company. They are entering India with a couple of electric two-wheelers. So these are all Work series of the Cake manufacturer, and there are a couple of models that are displayed here. This is called the Makka Flex, basically a last mile delivery vehicle, and this is called the Kalk. So this is the dirt bike off-road vehicle. I'll get to that individually in a bit. And what you see last here is the Osa Plus. Now this is again a delivery vehicle and a very utilitarian vehicle as well. There's some interesting things about this. I will tell that in the video one by one. So let me start with the Makka Flex right here, and what you see here is basically the delivery vehicle, and it is a electric powered vehicle per se. So let me get to the specs a little bit, and let me then talk about the design. I'm trying to figure out yes, I've got the Makka Flex specs right here, and what you see here is a 3.6 kilowatt motor, and the motor is right there on the hub mounted motor. And what you see, the battery that you get is a 3 kilowatt hour battery pack right here, a 48 volt 62 ampere hour battery pack. And the charging times are rated at 0 to 80% takes 2 hours, and 0 to 100% takes 3 hours. The wheelbase is rated at 1 to 10 mm, and also the seat height is at 790 mm right here. Now the speciality of this and the ground clearance actually is 260 mm. If you can see, all three motorcycles are very rugged, and this one is no different. And now those with the specs out of the frame, let's talk about the frame itself. If you can see, it's a very utilitarian design, and the bike actually looks very rugged, and there's not much body paneling over it. You can see the tubular frame entirely here, and you can also see the battery right here. Now each and every vehicle has a different design, but it is based on a similar platform. You get a monoshock suspension there and a telescopic suspension at the front. Disc brakes at both ends. You can spot the disc brake right there and disc brake right here as well. Now this is a rack, so as I mentioned earlier, this is made for deliveries, and you get in digital instrument cluster here as well. And what is more is, if you can spot, this is a household charger that has been integrated onto this Makka Flex work. So this is the Makka Flex work. LED lighting, squared out indicators, looks very retro, looks very utilitarian, and looks very good too. Now finally coming to the next model, that's the Kalk, the Cake, a Kalk work. So this is a work series again, and it sounds very similar to the other one, so don't pay heed to it. So this is a motorcycle with off-road capabilities. So this is a dirt bike per se, and you can spot the dirt bike trait right here. That's the full single piece seat. Now the battery pack right here has been mounted very high up, and it's got a 2.6 kilowatt hour battery pack, 51 volt 50 ampere, and what you see here is a monoshock suspension run by a huge sprocket. And again, it gets what manufacturer says that this is targeted towards wildlife conservation, and it is also targeted towards the African government. They have been supporting African government to stop poaching. So it's a very rugged bike, gets massive ground clearance. On that note, let me read out the specs for you guys. Let me reach out to the spec sheet a little bit. What you see here is a very large ground clearance, and it's rated at around 30 kilometers, 30 mm, and going by here. Yes, so I have got the spec sheet right here, and what you see here is the 10 kilowatt motor and 42 newton meters on the torque, and the battery is rated at, again I've mentioned earlier, 2.6 kilowatt, and the charging time takes at around 2 hours for the 0 to 80% and 0 to 100% in 3 hours. The range of this the particular model is rated at around 86 kilometers in city riding. So that range gets 100-kilometer range, and this is, since it's a more powerful motor, so it gets a 86-kilometer range, and it's just weighs 66 kgs dry. With batteries it is 17 kgs more heavier. Now the ground clearance for this is rated at 300 mm. If you can spot, this is a 300 mm ground clearance. And also, since there is a battery pack right here, this battery pack can also be used for other purposes, to charge other devices as well. Now that's there, and that is the Kalk dirt bike, electric dirt bike, and this is the headlamp right here, and that's the digital, very simple looking digital instrument cluster right here. So other mechanicals include 2 disc brakes and knobby tires here as well. Looks very cool, looks very good. What do you think about this thing, this motorcycle? Do let us know in the comments below. Finally, coming to the Osa Plus. So what you see here is a delivery vehicle. If you have known delivery vehicles, you can spot it with that box what you see right there. So this is the cake Osa Plus. Now for this, let me get onto the spec sheet first, and then I'll talk about the design. So Osa Plus again is built on the same platform. You can see that there is a tubular structure, very bare bones motorcycle. Now what the manufacturer is saying is this is like this is designed to suit the Swiss Army. It is very modular. What you see here are brackets that can be added. So there is another. So it can be added to another basket can be added, and another seat can be added here as well, just by removing this. And there is a delivery box right there. Now coming to the battery specs right here, it gets a battery of 3.5 kilowatt hour battery pack, and also it gets a 3 kilowatt 10 kilowatt peak power motor, and it gets 42 newton meters of it is rated at 40 newton meters of torque, and charging times are rated at 2 hours for 0 to 80%, and 0 to 100% gets 3 hours of battery pack. 3 hours of charging time, takes 300 charging time. 800 mm is the seat height, and 220 mm is the ground clearance right here. LED lighting, detachable headlight, as I mentioned earlier. I will show that in a bit. And it has got disc brakes at both ends. You can spot the disc brakes and spoke wheels. Very rugged looking products right here. So that is the cake Osa Plus. So let me show you the utilitarian of it. If you can remove it, this, and you can remove the headlamp here as well. It's very modular and very easy to add on more accessories right here. You can do the same thing for the seat as well. You can just remove it and add one more seat here. And what you see is the delivery box. You can get these boxes. So there are heating boxes and other elements here as well. So that is the cake stall right here at the Auto Expo 2023. So let us know what are your thoughts. Very quirky looking products. The frame, bare bones, get decent range, 100 kilometers, 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers, and 100 kilometers here as well. So what did you think about these products? Let us know in the comments below. Also, like and share this video, and do subscribe to DriveSpark if you haven't done it already. I am trying to find more quirky stalls like this at the Auto Expo 2023. Do check out all our playlists and let us know what do you think about these products and other videos that we have featured in our playlist. See you in the next one.